Hello everyone, this is DU7JY. Last weekend, we had fun doing POTA with DV7FCV and myself, DU7JAY, at PH-0094. This is at Mount Manunggal in Cebu. Mount Manunggal is 1,000 meters above sea level, and DV7FCV was on HF and I was on VHF. Now we have a few friends who are asking me what my setup was during that activation. So here I'm going to show you what I used for my VHF activation at Mount Manunggal. So first off, we have my telescopic mast. This is I think this is just a fishing pole. I got surplus from Japan, and it's a Shimano fishing pole. This one can extend up to around close to 20 feet. And I have here my battery. Now this battery is made by Carlo DV7 EVQ. I'm not very familiar with batteries. He's the expert on batteries. Carlo, if you talk about batteries and solar, it's Carlo. So Carlo is an expert on that. So I just told him that I need battery for you know, my radio activations for POTA or for field use, and Carlo gave me this one. This is the battery that I'm using, so I'll set it aside. And for my radio, I'm using this one. This is my let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, so this one is my Wushon. It's a KG-UV920p. It's a dual band radio. I always have this in my car. I have used this radio for many VHF, UHF contests, and it has proven to be very reliable. So it's a VHF, UHF base radio. Low power, I think it's 5 watts, and high power is about 40 to 50 watts, I think. So yeah, but for this activation, I just use low power and mid power for this one, because that's what the battery can handle. Okay, and for my antenna, this is the antenna. Okay, let me zoom out. Okay, so this is the antenna that I'm using. It's a homebrew 2-meter roll-up J-pole. Okay, 2-meter roll-up J-pole. Okay, and for my bag, where I put everything inside, is a surplus army bag. Let me put that aside also. Let me unroll my my antenna and show you a little bit of detail. Okay, so this one is made out of 300 ohm ladder line. As you can see, it's a 300 ohm ladder line. Length is around 54 or 55. Well, actually, for the J-pole antenna, it's a very old design, a very popular design. There's so many information in the internet. You can just, you know, go to the internet and look at the measurements there. So yeah, so I'll just show you how I made it. So this is the ladder line, and on this end, let me see, this one is the feed point. This is the feed point, and from the feed point I have my choke there. So since I have so many roll-up coaxial cables and antennas, I mark this with a 2-meter J-pole. So this is the 2-meter J-pole, and RG58 coaxial. Okay, so this is the J-pole, roll-up J-pole that I used. So these are just the three main components of my station during last weekend's POTA activation. Now, how I set up my antenna, I'm going to show you. I'm going to illustrate it to you. Okay, setting up the antenna with, let's say this is my mast. I tried putting up the antenna here and really close to the mast. This is the feed line. It gave me a negative effect. Putting the antenna close to the mast, I'm not sure. Maybe the composition of this fiberglass mast, maybe there's some metal or something that will affect the SWR of the antenna, so which was very bad. So what I did with my setup is I put the mast at an angle. So this is the mast. Okay, so that's the mast, and I let the J-pole just hang there, and okay, feed line. Okay, all right, so that's it. So I had the mast at an angle, and the J-pole just hang there. So if there was a tree, maybe I could do that also, or something that I can hang, but there was none there at the site, so I had to use my pole. So very simple setup. So that's how I did it. Mast here at an angle and let the antenna hang freely. Manunggal, as I said earlier, is in the middle of Cebu Island. So I was able to pick up stations from neighboring islands and the city of Cebu, like Negros, Zamboanguita, a little bit of Bohol, a little bit of Leyte, southern Leyte, and all this part, northern Cebu, southern Cebu. Yeah, and I was very happy. I was very happy with the setup, and our activation was successful. And I would like to thank also the club Spare, SPARE. They're a new club here in Cebu. Their frequency is 14470. I think that was 14470. I asked permission from their club president if I can operate in their club. Of course, they have a repeater there, but I was doing simplex only. So I was there using their repeater. Using their frequency to operate my POTA activation. So that is it. That's how simple my station was, and I was able to activate Mount Manunggal last weekend together with DV7 FCV. So thank you very much, and let's go out and enjoy POTA. 73s to all. This is DU7JAY. Bye bye.